So, a 30-minute AMRAP. Is this guy crazy? Why is he posting a 30-minute AMRAP for people to watch? I'm testing my editing skills here, so we might, we're yeah. I kind of cut the video length in half because it was right at about 30 minutes, but um, we're gonna see how my speed up and slow down skills are. Doesn't sound very complicated, but I tend to make things harder sometimes. So yeah, that's that. Here we go. 30-minute AMRAP. Movement number one is farmer's carries, 70-pound dumbbells for 60 feet, and then sled push, 295 pounds, I think is what it is, for 40 feet. Um, and my distances might be a little off. Kind of hard tracking, the exact distance. I might be off, give or take a few feet. But anyways, that's what I was going for. Assault bike. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite things. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's with the with the drag not set all the way to 10, because that's killer. But after you do the sled push, 30 cals on the bike, um, this is a work capacity AMRAP. You're just trying to work on just the amount of work you can do in a set amount of time. And for the most part, I think I did fair, I guess. I don't know. I ended up getting 6 rounds plus 60. Can't do math. 60 plus 20. So 60 plus, what is that? 80. So yeah. So 6 rounds plus 80 feet. So that was my goal, to get 6 total rounds, and I really just wanted to make sure that I kept moving as much as I could throughout this. So kind of speeding things up a little bit here, and I gotta say, I was fairly pleased with my double unders. This is the first time I've done double unders in, good grief, man, it's been a long time, and I was able to get the double unders knocked out, and stay consistent with them. I didn't trip up. I might have tripped up maybe once or twice, but all in all, wasn't terrible. The engine's getting tuned up for sure, and things are starting to feel a little bit better. I had to tell these girls over here, or ask them, am I buying your way? And they're like, no, baby, you good. So proceeded. And here's one thing about working out. 10 Fitness is a phenomenal gym. It really is. It is a phenomenal facility. The staff is great there. They have almost everything you could ask for almost any kind of training methodology. For what I do, I could not ask for a better place to train. That being said, I feel terrible when I work out like earlier in the day, because I feel like I'm always in the way, and it's not like, good grief, I crush those. I feel like I'm always in the way, and that sounds sad, but it is what it is. Like, that lady right there, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, no, it's really my fault. I put a bunch of stuff in the way, and I'm working out in a crowded area. It's on me. I'm trying to be considerate, I promise. But that's one thing I do try to watch out for. I know the stuff that I do, it takes up a lot of space, and especially with me filming and stuff too. Like it's challenging. It really is. And the last thing I want to do is be in somebody's wage, because they're doing their fitness journey just like I'm doing mine. And for me to come in and just feel like, I'm doing this, so I need this amount of, no, that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Like, you don't ever need to be that way. Nobody is better than anybody when it comes to being in a gym. Nobody is better than anybody, okay? Now, do the work you program for yourself, be considerate of other people, and, be respectful, because you can easily be a jerk in a situation like that, and I do not recommend doing so. Anyways, I'm really not sure what round I'm on at this point. I think I might be on 4, but I really want to check out these double unders right here. Like this last, I'm going to slow things down a little bit so we can check some of this stuff out. But these double unders right here, again, it's been a little bit since I've done these. I can already tell you right now, even though my legs are, kind of toasty from the bike, I need to bring my hands in a little bit closer, and I don't need to jump as high. It's just being more efficient with your movement. I say that in almost every single video, but, filming everything, documenting everything, it just kind of lets you know, like, hey, man, the eye is not going to lie, and this is where you need to work, or this is what you need to work on, so do it. I think this is the start of round 5 right here, maybe. I'm not moving very fast on the farmer's walks either. Like, it's my grip wasn't really all that taxed, but 70 pounds, gravity tends to want to pull them dudes down. So, you gotta grip it and just go on about your walk, man. But anyways, the sled too, I was surprised and yet disappointed at the same time. I feel like I should be able to go faster on the sled push. I really do. But I don't really take into consideration while I'm doing this either, like, my legs are not going to be feeling 100% at this point, let's see, doing 120 cals on a bike. So yeah, things got a little, and the angle too, that's a hard push, at that angle. I don't want to, go, I'm gonna cut myself some slack, but that is, when your grip's that low and you're that low to the ground, driving like that, it is challenging. So now I will say that this is going to take a minute. Rounds 5 and 6 took a little bit on the bike. So I'm about to eat up some time talking about something real quick. I had to learn a long time ago, like, when you're training like this, it's not difficult to explain the benefits of all this, because these movements are functional movements that you perform on a daily basis. Like, for example, when are you gonna push a sled in real life? Okay, well, whenever you gotta push that couch in a certain direction, or you gotta push that dresser, there's that. Or the 70 pound, like, when are you gonna carry 70-pound dumbbells? You ever carry grocery bags in the house? Well, when are you gonna do double unders? Like, when is that gonna be something that you have to listen, man? Have you ever had to bounce a child in the middle of the night because the poor thing is just trying to get settled in, and the only thing that could be, like, could get that child to sleep is you just kind of give him a rock, and just kind of not jumping, but you know, like just kind of bouncing along with it. You know, I mean, like these things are. I'll tell you right now, like I can't tell you how many times, like me and my, like I've had to do this, and it take, you know, this child like almost 30 minutes or so just to like go to sleep. Like this stuff is functional, man. I'm telling you. But you know, and the bike is, it's an interesting piece because, you know, people ride bikes as a leisure activity, but in a situation like this, it could work as a great way to enhance one's cardio capacity. So that's what this is. And also, have you seen cyclist legs? Like, have you seen these guys? Like, or not just guys, but like, have you seen the people that are like professional cyclists? Like, their legs are huge, massively blown up. It is crazy. And so, I mean, you're gonna build some strength from doing this as well. You know, it's complicated, but at the same time, it's really not that complicated. You know, can you build muscle without like pushing weight? Can you build strength without like doing a bunch of squats and stuff? Like, can your legs get stronger? Yes, absolutely. If you have resistance on a bike, guess what? You're using hamstrings. You're using your glutes. You're using your quads to continually push. Yes, you can build strength doing that. You can build strength doing all these movements. I mean, yes, even like development in your calves, absolutely. So if you're worried about doing this kind of training and like your body is just not gonna like, oh, you're not gonna maybe look jacked, or you're not, guys, I'm just saying, your body's going to develop and your body composition is going to rearrange itself from doing all this. And if you don't believe me, go look at some of the big names in the sport and just look at the physiques. So if you're worried about that, I'm telling you right now, you're just going to have to, if this is something you're flirting with, if you got other ways of going about your fitness journey, by all means. I'm just talking about the, you know, maybe some of the skeptics out there that are just like, oh, this stuff ain't good for you, or it doesn't work, or whatever. Okay, I am a proponent for functional fitness. It is what it is. Last little bit right here, I'm going to push this sled, and this is my last little push right here. Appreciate y'all sitting in on the rant for this. You know, just documenting this, just showing you, hey, I got 6 rounds plus 80 feet. So appreciate you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next one, and yeah, stay tuned for some announcements on my Instagram as well regarding the next episode of Glory Stories, episode 3. It's going to be shot August the 2nd, so stay tuned for that.